And so shouting out once again to the freshest couple in town. Congratulations to you, Mr. and Mrs. Chris and Angela Mbia Bading. It's from Auntie Dorothy to you in love. Wishing you Godspeed in your union. Have a good one, Mr. and Mrs. Chris. Well, Chris and Angela Mbia Bading. Congratulations.
FM.
Abium.
Peace FM.
Yenyo enum kakra.
Peace FM. 104.3.
Yeah, that's it. 20 minutes past 9 on Peace 1043, Monday morning, September 13, in the year of our Lord 2021. Once again, Mr. KG Osebonsu is 89 years old today. And one winning history, you know, one check it. One time information minister who on principle resigned. Ghana has to say, go for me, okay, I'm not each rich. What for you, Matthew?
You Chairman General.
Boko de.
Yama Madumpi.
Then I said, I'm say Professor Joseph Osafo Tunchin. Or your head of psychology department, University of Ghana, Lagos. So him sir. Now no say. Debbie, me say besides only so Osanso a reverend minister.
No beer can't you?
Aha. That's about something charge.
What do you see me?
Or your reverend minister.
Hey.
On the edge Pentecost. Your friend baby Rima Worship Center.
Okay.
Osanso a reverend minister in the Church of Pentecost, Rima Worship Center. Thank you.
The form boko.
Yeah. Prof, now when you see me, but me who?
The form boko.
Who is here?
Oh, see you, my friends, you.
Who is here? Me, but me. Na me said that.
I say na on kai papa.
Yes, I'm kesi o the SCA.
O the SCA ni papa. Etina me wo say obi bia et say na utufu. Say any psychology no kwa.
Oh, God.
So for it's all good. Prof Mathieu.
O hia se no. And me so be ka say me nkope psychiatric yi kakra. Kwame we mu Ghana ha no. Unya ka say bibi ha wadwen ape ye be ka so wabodam. Di papi nam ho a ensem ha wo so mutimi nka.
Oho na asem no.
Nki hia psychiatric treatment ye counseling. Na obi aboa ye nte say prof ne ka so aboko yi. Na niema bi wo ho a wada na di. Ama ye ni ate ye ho ase. Obi wo nam ho num pa wan hwe ni wa shatade fefefe wo kana sem kitua bi a fan ye obefa so yi wa no ato ahye wo so no obeka se wa ye no boni bi so na nya wo na bibi hye ne so
onim say the first half of this year between January and June over 400 attempted suicide cases.
Look at that.
Nipa bro 400 in 6 months.
Look at that.
And your margin said, just say averagely, your number 80 a month.
Yes. I was ropa. More damo, na bibi na show mo so. Omko kasi sia almost rusi ebeka so mabodam. Tomu den kan kura. On na mo sa obi hono wa sha komfo.
Nipa bebeji
Wa sha komfo na okotwe sekan wo. Ni hon kani so.
Yeah.
But ya no adwudwa obi. No oku no ho bi. Oh, I niema basa bi na bibi na hye ne so.
But yet at the uncommon in kwaya amanyosem when some of these issues so wa in your be the home common so anka ye. Ebi aye kasa by na obi shedem. And I say your tedwum put here and I saw number be not take mu. Adia ye no. Se when ya baby and fan ho. A bit me fan trim. Awarium, edwumam, sikasemu, abrabomu, empratwiemu, school mu,
bibia. Enkwara mo school.
Yeah.
Obi wo ho a, say yen tete ye na enhye so kakra. Na me papa ye professor, me papa ye banker, me papa ye doctor, me papa ye lawyer. Enti me papa ni da so nyina ne se me nso me be ye lawyer.
Yeah.
Law used to be quite classroom holiday the pin me. Then na me hwena no. Menya nanka me bonyum. Menya nanka me drum near my art and my home day war.
Yeah.
And so me go school na e bana say be papa hu say enko yi a na ani bra ba fie.
Yeah.
Ti be duru ba bi no. Ye makwa mama ko fie na be nhihye. Afa de ti a menti kasa nyese ma bon na sa kasa na menti wo lecture hall no. Afa de ehu no am di fie say ye be ti me to say mi hu so no. Na afa ma kakra no kra no na e kɔ no kra.
Adwane.
Ayira. After mi wura classroom akɔtena se nyina me yam hyehye me say ene de ba bia de be fa yi. O ko twere nso hwe a odi am hyehye saa de obesua nyina enko yi. Obehu ane say ato afom no. Wanya class sebi ontimi mfa nkoye de ni papa ni daso na na busua ani daso obetia na bibi aya kwa ho nipa sei no munyina no ne ma hye o so pa kwame minua bi odi kabo nipa achepa
Okay.
ma nipa ne firi na nya ne ono ne mfom so a
Okay.
nipa no na ye no nya ne mfom so kura nti anko wie semra tia no na mmum no ebesi ne wasesa kura free sampen so no bibia obehu bia no ayedi
All these years
na di dia ye basa time bia se ni bibia ehye ni tiri ma fe di ontimi ni nipa ndi nkomo nkasa ne otumi se efi se saade ne si ye no on sheda ensensi ne dada mu
he was traumatized.
obia ne na ni hu nkomo se nye wa enye hwe ne mmom so achi obi nkwa afi wiase ha no oda wona abaye no datwe nti prof anopai de abasobode na yesen hu so yesofo ka ho de me niam bi ha me ne obe me de ba ya na kwa me sisi me
mim wo meti be sisu
Come
sisi me ohuna me
e fe na asem no ebe
ba na me yam hihye me me
Onim-
ba peace fm Kokrokoo na kwa me tie ko
Wow.
na yam hihye me ohuna me
Another clinical psychologist or boy Jumedi pa Dr. Collins Ajima Bedu.
An organizational psychologist.
On your organizational
Yes.
psychologist. Or say, good morning, Chairman General. Greetings to the panel. Osafo in your studio is also called Prophet Professor. Ebi na do kodo.
Ebio.
Prophet Professor. Ebi that's a pa, and then we are unmasking Prof. Unmasking Prof pa. But Prof,
Come in.
417 reported cases of attempted suicide in the first half of 2021. In said Nancy Nidi World Suicide Day. Anidium mo hwehwe mo nkomo mo adwuma Senator, what is wrong?
Come in, that's it. Now, Emerson Commonana, na one of fire. If he has him,
Yeah.
some man of fire canoe. A young papa. Now, come we crowd here, no man whom dear. Of him,
Really?
of him. Now, you will swear a new little beer, Ebana, a young shear. When I say last year, Waka Ghana youth, Yambe Boom,
Remember,
Eddie, every beer, 15 years, could be 22, 24, that about. Now offer avias in GHS, offer GHS for a dua, a mummy and son, a few tremono, or mutu and a mosa mojamonqua.
JHS.
Yes. Oba secondary school, offer do a mummy nu. Etu and a mosa mojamonqua. And a fee or the feno non-suicide, self-threatening behavior, and as a self-harm. And only say, yeah, and any panagines will be no, or per se, or ten or they second baby, no more two.
Sedenti.
For several reasons. Some of them they say, if you
Or pay attention.
or pay attention. And they been so hormone, or fat trauma be more. trauma no ɛma nipa no we develop a certain condition bi it doesn't feel or until oni atenka come on say ya atenka your emotions help you to adapt and to feel you are human. So sorry now we think ho ante a enkwe you what was akaja want to hear enkwe you until obinya diabetes gangrene for example na wan hwedi ya okupra na moje tunuama ante and the pain itself or ya kakra obete woni pedua mu kra no eboa or ya aboa woni pedua no ma wotumi respond adaptively now we to make free baby or how ana oprebi ewo na say o hwe de e kosom primprin ewo ye mebunu a in fact ofa mofra secondary school was baby a 10 a omo so be miensa etete mo ho sa fitwe mu come say pulu all data ye wo Ghana ha 20% of your baby are suicidal.
Wow.
Or hunching medunu is suicidal. That's very, very dangerous. Now and yet, already no when we say Africa is a very young continent.
Very.
Yeah, well, maybe we bring now another thing to note. So we if you home International Association for Suicide Prevention. I feel I'm a member of it. Now, minya kwenya ebe part of
Onya kwan.
minya kwan good.
Peace FM.
Minya kwan ebe one of the team members association a year say you study the link between COVID and suicide.
The link between COVID and suicide.
Yes. We have just published our second paper, international, globally. Now, you say globally, COVID fear say, no, by April, by April, no. Now, that's the first 4 months. January, February, March, April. Say, yeah, it do have a March. But globally, on average, by April, no. Now, so far, any difference be as in terms of suicide akosoro ana abafem ana say be if you say show signs so many people na dey enche dem huni na the ebasa ne say we mu kire say oye na bi ebesue nipa mpofiri mu a na we turn on our self preservation instincts.
Okay.
When in that they say baby bounce say your body is naturally wired to fight or flight. Okay, say obi to make fly away from danger and I say fight danger. And it is a danger number two at once. You expect say obi hu sa ade no. Say a nipa maybe as obi ebo no ho ban we hode on a pesca kra obi ebo no ho ban. But enu twe mu no. Na the various difficulties are COVID-19 they buy. Coming for example, in the first 4 months, 1.2 billion children were sitting at home.
1.2 billion children.
Globally. Just imagine. I want to make uncle school. You can say ILO at the time at the report I say over 2 billion jobs were lost already. And the COVID-19 no to na number kuna nim na I say inya control ni control ni na ema ho amane isane oyaw opra ene epinisi no na edoso na ye mental health expert no na ya na interest wo. The interest is not just about say BBS putupuru ampa BBS putupuru some may be traumatized. I was say okum na obo nipa no na mum no come the most dangerous things isi and say BBS a ehun sunsun no e de na sa ya be chronic na ya danger no if you say you be na wa hoden say obetumi agina no obenya resilience obetumi agina no obi wo honoma for example na juma say COVID-19 man from between for a long time. Now after 4 months no you said there was a global rise in abuse. In fact, data actually said Ghana, Nigeria, Zimbabwe, South Africa recorded high numbers of abuse, domestic violence, and abuse. COVID eba no ye kra de ye mfiri mu still a ekoso na ye mu ye o sa committee na IASPO form say ye the link between COVID-19 mental health and suicide ye hu say adena yo na ekono eno mo na dangerous na some areas if you say record it say nkrofo adwene mu tew o ma think mu tew if you say kofem enti nansan ye ma yesi a obi en kancheba no won sekan no ato ase de gunu so no atwa ne ti ne nyina no part of your prediction is say especially in low and middle income countries kwame na I ask for view ni say anka by 2030 no you bet me reduce suicide globally by 30%.
By 30%?
Yes, by 2030. But say America say, you know, I mean, we are not getting there at all. In fact, you want to say in low and middle income countries, no, numbers of Nkrofua are depressed. Nkrofua, unya adwinimu how, Nkrofua, umejuma say, Nkrofua, yebro mu fi violent crimes any idea air cost in these areas. Na sa ani many na cost wa a very fine link with suicidal behaviors. Enti edi to just say and me hu say ye say Ghana economy peja. See peja dia and na just say good news. Na mo no say enti sa dia kwame emeyere mpa man. If you say hu say there's a very strong link between an improved economy and suicidal behavior and this part of our world. Yeah, part of our world no link no and so much of say mental illness. In fact, over the period suicidality or Ghana from 2008 till now, you can count a handful the number of mentally ill say obianya adwinimu yare any suicidality no and yet that's strong. But come here, a very strong link between adversarial circumstances and adversities in life.
Yeah.
To say, obi adwuma say, obi awaresem, abofra bi a ane ma mentem enye, there's conflictual relationship at home. Abofra wafa nyinsene na ne ma me nia bre ne so. Saa ne ma yimum no ene asetemu kuhwi ase ne ma nkoyi bi ote no amrobes abebogo no. Endra. Abranti bi a oye money transfer.
Yeah.
Edi amobi eja mofra yi a ejuma ne wonto pe bi ayi. Na waye na 10,000 ako obi afa obi adipi no. Enti my friend no say for the past 1 week or so no abam adwuma asa onje ne confidence.
10,000.
Say sike kwame. Say wotua madipa no a. Ana say onyambo bi a saa owui ekọ. Enti eya na yemfem ha no eya na nye too much of sabia when young dream yare debi. Namu no edupe bia psychological kwame say bribi tu obi na ade no etwa mfoni na dwene say the ato no it compromises the quality of your life. Wa brabo no eteso the dignity of your life no eteso ema onipa yo no esu hwan a nipa no adwene mo no ye hu say ehhehye na adwene say ade bi ma brabo so ehwan ne me nipa su ni mpa ye na so ehwan bia no is not worth experiencing it. I was saying ko enti no hu say ehwemu aye no e kire say African government and the low and middle income countries if you say wo boa won apaje nyumemu kakra na enkrofo nya bibia ya ebema ne meaning to living and a meaning to life obenya ntiase bi say na brabo na obo no berebi wo ho a ordinary esi so oba kwame it can protect people.
Yeah.
For one, a single suicide will leave about 135 people affected.
Does anyone back no?
Yes. Until we hear 417 here, we cry the Omania hospital. It's more than that. We've just collected the data on our community, and yet, and baby, I as a nation, as I said, if you say it to a number for cry. Now, I want to say, I can't say this part of the world, no. You knew of physical health and one day, onya malaria, onya stroke onya or you're fine
but na dream way
na dream mo na think mo kwame de eko so mprempren ewo ye memu say obi ne yere te ho wo ya adofo what happened how did sa I can say love na don't know how did it turn around na mprempren oba ya atamfo a obi edisika ewo de yon kukuno e kire say yenya atinkem how we are not able to manage our emotions say obi efa so hibu amani bi mu apa na dwene mu no o fi ase ehunu say or a victim enti also react na kwame anger de abufo de obi but we are getting a disproportionate reaction a free obi a bribinti obi an bribinti ahye disproportionate. I mean, say ukunu and now you can't see me na doesn't merit throwing an acid on a person, for example. Say ofase kana dia wuni pano. Say we try to so. Say we piano free baby a height be say o me bo from no. Incredible. Not just ideas say atenkamu ni mudie emotional literacy. Say we say adie a ebe you know. A bit me ama my provoked. And people are virtually becoming emotional robots. And if anything, I think a funny movie it should go uncensored, uncontrolled, and they're dangerous. And you know, I think treatment, if anything, helping people so being nothing my buana. Ayana is any agenda 111 no. I say minia ba me wa ba chechi I don't know I say mo psychiatric and mental health unit ahodo thankfully no aban be who say for some time now no o share various hospitals and say no ya any say me yi I never say o call psychiatric hospital ya decentralized such that o call any public health health unit be facility be obenya obi or mental health worker so that on say of a kind obi now is experiencing the distress but onya ka psychology dabi e be kasa about them men ko hokra but he can walk to any health facility public health facility bia no be say obeso the doctor these days the medical doctors are doing so well we are relating very well with them and one of the kasa po be hu say no we are so a mental health expert now or no Eddie Nkomo now boy and now if it's in conference if you see reach out me or no afro be say me yamboa about your woman the one guy anymore no matter fair say osmesia from me now what can you do near DH and Ghana had it so we had the air conon the air bama kwame kakra because I can point quickly I don't know yet the IASP International Association for Social Prevention ediba afim kwame theme no way you have creating hope through action say yenam in the so ebe kenya in the so ewa afufuru mu na eya na obi from here oh mo na me expert no and me can be you have say amazingly you feel no kwame you don't need to be an expert to be a helper it's interesting o has ma of ya e kan say abrantie no obey traumatized say waji obi nkwa say won a atwa ne ho hia no eboa no kakra nkuranhye bebrebe na fe onya counselor bi enso de no ka ho a anka ba na why fine yam feel no de wo hia a few things be ame say ubenya are you there are you present oh amenipa do you call somebody obi adwuma say na afro also my adwuma say also adwuma de obi adwuma say ayahe these reactions adwuma de oh mu na say into we share ho de that's a very wrong way of reacting of responding to someone and you don't need obi say oh me say me de ko ha obi a owo nipa ho adagye bia betumi ayamwa kakraka ne kese pa e de ama ye ho enti ye ho no so no mepese ye be hye no so na yaboa ye nuanum bia omo efa ensohwe ne amane ebi emu na sɛ wofrɛ obi sɛ wone di nkɔmmɔ sɛ woka kyerɛ ne sɛ mete sɛ walusu adwuma na ɛfie te sɛ woanya bi nkɔmmɔ kɛkɛ koraa wɔne no kora ɛdi no saa nkɔmmɔ no kɛkɛ koraa no ɛmu kyerɛ sɛ ɛboa ebi nso wɔ hɔnom a ɛyɛ na stigma nkekae a yɛde keka nkurɔfoɔ te sɛ obi afrɛ Kwame ɔsɛ Kwame na nsɛn deɛ abɛma adwuma sɛ menyanka menku me ho na reaction aba yesu mogya nka w'anim fa no twitwi fam yɛnkasa saa ampa Kwame sɛ yɛnkasa saa na wana wogye de sɛ biribi ɛkɔ yie ma no paa ɔbɛka sɛ onyanka ɔbɛku no ho kyɛ sɛ biribi nkɔ yie nti nipa ne ka sɛ onyanka bɛku no ho a ɛyɛ kasa bɔkɔɔ ɛdɛ na asi can you share with me na menhwɛ what I can do sɛdeɛ mɛsi aka wa no Kwame yɛn ɛhanom deɛ nneɛma a ɔhwɛ a driving nkurɔfoɔ no economic related problems romantic crisis loss of face na shame yɛhunu sɛ mmarima biara asɛm bi asi a n'anim agu ase biara ɛyɛ at risk bɛrima biara n'adwuma sɛ wɔ Ghana ɛyɛ at risk na ɔyɛ at risk to himself and his family for mmarima no nti n'adwuma sɛ na ɔnni deɛ ɔdi a na ne yere Kwame mekɔmako ne mɛma ɔfa abɛmu na mɛsan ba hɔ ne yere yɛhunu adeɛ bi a ɛmaa no bi ɛnni saa nteaseɛ no na ɛwɔ sɛ wɔnya ɛyɛ saa deɛ yɛ yɛka wɔ asɛm no wɔahwɛ paa na wɔde aka sɛ ɛna mɛma nkwa a yɛhwɛ mu no sɛ ɔbaa no ɛhu nimdeɛ ɛkwane a ɔfa so ɔno ne kunu bɛkasa pa ɔbɛ inflame passions bɛrima biara n'adwuma sɛ biara no ɛfɛle sɛ ne masculinity is at stake
ne bɛrima yɔ no
ɛso ate nti ɔba fie na ɔba no wo kasakasa toto nsa kyerɛ no ɛna wayɛ bɛrima sɔre kɔpɛ adwuma ɛna you are actually putting yourself in harm's way na ɛwɔ sɛ yɛnyɛ sante sɛ nyina na ama amɛyɛ sɛ bɛrima no sɔre na ɔde sekan wɔ mete aseɛ paa sɛ the man doesn't have a right ɔbaa no nyɛ sɛbe ne property na ɔpagya ne nsa a ɔde sekan bi awɔ no na mmom no ɛsɛ sɛ ɔma no a ɛtaa yɛ victims no so ɛbɔ ho ban sɛne meta aka no wontumi nka nkyerɛ obi ɔkura tuo a waloadu a ne emotions yɛ bad sɛ wopɛ atrae wodeɛ wopɛ atrae adeɛ a mɛyɛ wɔ no you can't do that Kwame ɔbɛbɔ tuo no ɔbɔ tuo no ɛno wakunu ho aka ho you don't challenge obi a na tenka ɛnyɛ in forensic science no yɛyɛ ne saa sɛ obi gyina hɔ na ɔde tuo ka wo ti te sɛ deɛ Kwame kɔ mmere me asofo yi na me preach baabi me go so preach ana abrante bi for plus no and ɔde tuo si me ti say if you like say fin I'm telling you I say fin etu no si me ti ho wo me na me ka kyerɛ na eti me me ti ho na ma kɔka say fin na bi Kwame yɛ de nyasa na yɛ adwuma ho nyankopɔn sɛ mpa sɛ yɛ de adwuma adwuma anka ɔma nimdeɛ the brain use your mind nti wogyina wo kuna nim na adwuma asɛe na wonim sɛdeɛ Ghana ha adwuma ɛyɛ ma mmarima ɛhyehyɛ mmarima atenka sɛ wɔyɛ mmarima na wogyina hɔ ɛna wode woyɛ bɛma hu ɛna dɛn na woyɛ ma me ɛna woyɛ saa no kura sɛka bi na ɔluzu control pa wasɛe adeɛ Bible sɛ mbuaeɛ nyaa isankan bufuo nti no wohwɛ saa mmarima no ɛyɛ at risk ɛfei kwame wohwɛ school related issues yɛdata bi a ɛyɛ ho adwuma afei na ɛba no wohwɛ yɛ mma no ɛwɔ especially the universities ɛne SS fo no a ɛtwerɛ nsɔhwɛ sesei a no ebi ma ɛbɛtwerɛ wɔn a ɛtwerɛ covid yi time yi m'ani di m'akyi paa mebaka ho m'ani di m'akyi paa na ɔbɛtwerɛ wie na afei ɔpɛ sɛ ɔbɛ school na wɔanya admission ebi nso ano wɔantwa na n'agya aka kyerɛ ne sɛ na ne aka kyerɛ ne sɛ wɔyɛ waste wasɛe me sika ɔhu saa nsɛm no a yɛka kyerɛ ma Kwame ɛyɛ very very suicidogenic
akwadaa wɛntumi ntwa ne
nsɔhwɛ na ɔkasakasa nim tietia wotie n'anim ɛtwitwi fam afei woyie no firi hɔ a Kwame exposure to all forms of domestic abuse exposure ɛno nso yɛ very dangerous yɛhunu a link ɛna traumatic event biribi a ɔyɛ ne bi ato bi ne shop ahye ɛyɛ ano ta ɛta bɛka ha ne shop ahye ne ayɛ din ne ɛsɛ yɛhwɛ deɛ ɛbɛyɛ Kwame ne nyinaa piapia nkurɔfoɔ afei deɛ twa to no yɛhunu wonga ebia or mental illness are poorly treated. Ebi wo honoma or say otete voices. Ebi krampo aye say achede sunsumu achede. Enti o sofo or a preacher.
Oh no.
Aye, ehu bia or say otewa no ehu Jesus. Na Yesu na ohu no. Nese ni o describe no na suspect to me. Oya himu here no. Na wenya a serious kind of say mass be a grow in the brain. Come and say mass be a grow in the brain now. A bit me distorted reality. And to be wa na yare bi wo honma okona ko rule out. No nyam one time. A bit me take tumor out. Neurosurgeons can work on you and take it out. We happen say fe na when is what na if you say ebu bra. So and that be kan ha say religious crisis. That's a very interesting one. Meshian Crawford almost say waba for the and it's a very interesting phenomenon. I mean, when I say waba for the with you on the tights. For you ha is your on a boy and maybe as a phone castle so seed and so seed yeah. What how you try the same ma up a flower aba a bow a bema up a juma and the account. Or a big mark of fat on my Japadina and a big got the lands. Na sase e be the car. Now come the thing say in the psychology of religion say obi adnire ehye ade bi mo. Na enunti no wetu anambo bi say all the serious items capital intensive nemo say asase say car say ade bi no the siso. Na ade no pascal ehye na think na dwene say ade am ye no nyame ne me ani ni. And we call it spiritual crisis. A twisted not journey about the faith. Now, in religious cultures like ours, no, you who says our partner so is coming up. And in my home crop, or my catcher may say, I'm angry at God. Maybe if you point him, person come home or attempting to fail here.
Anything.
And Yankopo or Bafra and Yankopo Buano. Or Bafra and Yankopo, I can say, I mean, I can ask him say, blah, 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 blah. Obviously say, me sumnya me pass na wari akechi oba konse say masumnya me pa but I feel abandoned and I ask myself so truly is there God. Now it put a lot of responsibilities on our church leaders, on our pastors. Say yen find a way of articulating the Bible in a kwanya nipa no be the realities of life. Say o she nipa no say gidie oho. But come, Bible said, to your faith add. Enti ebere nipa no obo afore no oji nyame di say. Nyame bue kwan ma no. Kire na kwan so a obefa so a obeye adwumaden. Adwumaden so ka ho. Se wa adwumaden no ohye kwan say man na be firi so ato a. Na nto a. O ye so for no ho na ba nchen say so for. Ade na cash na me de ba no. For my de ma me na ankoyi. And these are some of the things
interesting conversation. Professor Joseph Osafo, head of psychology department, University of Ghana, Legon, and a reverend minister with the Rima Worship Center, the Church of Pentecost. Now, talking about trauma, Yaman Penyini Abedi Chire, Mahamadou Baumia, Anope Washre Nemame Yaya. Na inti na yijina Kokrokoo jumedie so mano shedding mother of the vice president Hajia Mariama Baumia anopea inyanenti yese wahwe nenkwa na yese uwankran ha ochina enyamya duma ibisie no ewo wale na nemamia nyamidia Hajia Mariama Baumia, mother of the vice president, has passed on into glory.
Oh,
may she find eternal rest. Anyway, maybe some Professor Safo.
Yes, sir.
Obi is a vice president. Does he need counseling?
No, it depends on two things. But I can say, any panel experience in life. I want to say, Obi Ohana Fa Oyendimua, Intiabi Ohoisia. Wa build the resilience obi tumi agina no namu no hwee nsi obiara kwan so sɛ obitumi ahyɛ ne nkran kwame separation is painful nti ɛyɛ ana de nti ɛyɛ ana sɛbi o papa wu na wadi bɛyɛ me papa wu yɛ na wadi over 90 years but na me yusu why was I crying
Usu said it.
so
Last week, Obi Fred, Madam Fobi said, my father died. Yes, you so phone. So, oh, wait till happy. Oh, he died. He dropped 97.
Any more crew
Say he chopped 97.
He chopped 97. Remember, I mean, we didn't 93, but we here, the entire AI is snip say, you have built a certain connectedness with them for a very long time. And the ISR separation, no, and a map or yaneba. And the Ibejna Kokrokoo media said, na Yama Vice President Yako, Nina Munina, and the Funina, na
anybody me busi,
na Yasra say, one way ben no, Mommy and Casa Vice President, Bibia, fine. A bio Kwame, that's the problem for Obia a man of influence. Obia Junimono. Oh, na say odi. This also for bia. The BBO.
Yeah.
Members in Nazo also for this preacher. Who say Jakore ba. Into be well. Now nkwa na obre. And yes, say, Mama, let's shower him with a lot of love and care. Na Emma period year, transition year, obey a bow without a mother no. Ama so at Ediamano.
Interestingly, Emame Kai Reverend Eastwood Anaba.
Aye.
Mra ne maba mienu ewu ka kwenhyem na u preachi. Na okacho mo se memo mu hu ne se oye sofo nti na onya tinka.
That's right.
Na usunye pa na at that point, so everybody needs some sort of counseling.
We all.
Obia here bibisa.
We all.
Suicide, I know.
We all. It doesn't. And yes, sir. Obi or non kwa ye. They say when you need edu level B. They said the worker also for East to the Assembly and Vice President Assembly.
Vice President Baumia,
yeah. Say oh, na say nipan there. Or when you need, they say Kwame who influence. Be to Kwame debate my handle of our. Me I'm a psychologist. Me ukura.
Yeah, odo bia beka so na so dey.
Bia beka so na say another prophet there. But insanity. Oni pe bia watenka.
Yeah.
And this pain is a reality in every human being. Or yaw, a idea will be on nobody. In fact, if much say no human being can ever transcend pain. I just say be our nerves. Nerves no enquiry any one thing. No yaw pa say be si na the show na e proud or hopa. And you know, no matter who we are.
No matter who we are. Into sympathies to the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency Baumia, on the passing of your dear mother Hajia Mariama Baumia. From all of us to you. This one says, Kwame, regardless of their age, no matter how old our loved ones are, especially mother and father, when they are gone, we will miss them and they are not replaceable. You can never have a mother or father once they are gone. We have to sympathize no matter the age. Well, my father passed at 48, so I know how it feels like, Papa. Reverend Dr. Kofi Entry sends his comments or saying, it's an interesting discussion today. The prayers we offer for people in such difficult situations is part of the counseling process. Reverend Dr. Kofi Entry, thank you very much for your thoughts. Prof, let's just say, Reverend Entry say,
just a little phone call away.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm saying, oh, sorry, I'm an umpire. A trying for insurance, say somebody cares. All of those are important.
Starting with the cases of suicide. Frightening statistics. Just between January and June this year, reported cases of attempted suicide. Nipa omaye attempt to say ombe kuom 417. Na say oshe omo munim statistics ni adia. Na just say amount for ebre in 6 months no yakeka ko be nipa be 70 a month. Omaya attempt to become Scary, eh? What any comments?
Just a couple of comments. The kind na man penya be de che kununi ba omi ade no.
Yeah.
Bomadi su barrier.
Oh, I see you'd written it already.
I'm the Amanyoko MPP. Shannon crying. Na enya ba ne nkomo aye die no. Won say ade ba ko a ye ya ade wo ho pa ne say asema to efa ewuo mu ekwan efa so eka ye ho bo emu na ebeta echi. Nipa timi je on bibia agu.
Yeah.
Mo nkwa adwuma busuafo bi ho mbetu abetena ofie nti ebribia no na nipa ewo wo.
Yeah.
Kopim se sebe ade no ebetete wani so kakra. Nti eno de support systems no ewo ho pa. Ende ade ba kwa ye ho ade. Eno kwa de ase ye yetra. Afi se ye gitum se ye yedia. Oti ho no a oyurafo na wani abre no. Omo mo ben wo kasa che wo di wo hunkomo no mo nsusu esiesi wachi ma o. Ebi mo hwe wachi ebi no de o musika. Eboa omo mo besra wo nom ni ade aduane sem nsuo sem ni ade nti ye ntonko so ehunu ye hu mobo eba se bibisa no obi ahwera de kase sa no ye bo ye hu moden ewo eno ho de aka na wo si ma ye ni ko ho eno nti nyema mienu bi pe mental health act no say na prof kan say regulations na ba nti public health facility bia hospital bia obeko bia was say unya consulting officer bia obetimi and we this ankomo no yen kase wabodam trauma analysis nti doc mo so mama mo ninya den ewo ho mpempi Ghana ha no kwan bi beda ho a abai timi bokwan no de mra na nso yeti ho twen se abai be san de de aka ho abai de ne hihye kase pa ne mra onya de mra ne ba wi a mo amomu wo adwuma no mu no na mo ma mo de mre na mo ma mra no enya adwuma efse eye kwan kase pa menim mododo wo man mu ha clinical psychologist de odi kan mi hia no eye Professor Angelo Furiata,
yeah.
Ken, Honorable Ken Furiata, Finance Minister. No, yeah, Michelle, the who clinical psychologist. Say what was so ye, what to say, yeah, the party say, you so now, Modoso, entity be addition be a dom comwana. Mobitimi, okay, is agenda 111 eBay, na say. Ghana fa na nyina hospital bi abekobia no se hye wo ho se obemasa akwanya na ye adwuma mu benya nipa mo matenem aye ana
oh ya benya
ti wo se eno nso mo hwe na mi amase bi prof ka se di tuosi na so hodo ene ba kai ba se di kwa me
enti prof o di tuosi wo
oh
se di tuosi na so
ase me nka fe na pa ni ya
na se nipa no na ade no
oh ase wudi obi asebe na adwene mu eka na chi a obekun free o nka menta
2012
of also ebi kan
2012 well do amanyo sema my ayampia yi kai se de bi chi kere de Japan
yeah mekai
police headquarters na me TV so e program na me dwa manum si me hwie ya na ko akohwede yakoso ho simhunu no mudi no na
boy she
se o mati enyuru ju ye me wie program na me ko ba bia omukoye yi kire no
okay
bia na regional office
the original
obi ani ho nti abrantipa mesa mechi akwatra me kam akọ na nyura ju be no nso ne fa na wa bi se police car jeep be na ya be twam ho ahia na penyin ka se tramuri anko kwame o asedi obuko Afghanistan
winti
dade eche chese die aso obuko na me kwa mi gira fifina afa na bi be cheche mu na bi be cheche mu no me hu se ba ko ja wo fifire tin one nsa
one shot
fio no ayi no me hu se I shall be some puppet I'm finished what a big track
Ocha police for came.
Arrest me. Me meja me ka wo e chi no na dia ba. Nti me no mu be chire mu be ya no de na maye me nya hwe o de mo ma me ko fa me ka anko afi me hwese de abante ba ko ni tio no poa
impulse
hwe me so na fifreti na ne nsa
wo so sa
fifreti mi pano na omia bi pe di it is a problem before that am say we there
anya hana be me
ko anu akochi and inside the wagon straight mi nyame nkwa mi ya yampia bi to aso anka me ko na ka obi aso ntimi nya na hwe nti fi ani obi kura de adwuma bi ama na aso che no ebro no so America for fini bi om say your incompetence will be exposed by the extent of your rights wo adwuma na wo kosoro adwuma wo ntimi nya de hye won sa eno kuro bi wo ho a ye de adwuma bi ahye ne sa odi hu saade enso adwuma na ka so ntimi nya na be ni dadwen nti wo be hu no fefefe oso no power dware tika kase mu ni ade ade ko ba enso ni yam ehye no ewe no efse adwuma na kasa nkasa ade ahye ne sa no ntimi nya nti eda hodo pi me de ba ko be twato awarem eni tia yenti nkofo ho ase yenya abotre o text abako o ka se sympathy ehu hia pa kwa sympathy
humobo
na me ye adwuma o baby humobro na me ye adwuma o baby na awaresem ni ade fire na se di awaresem no ekyekye kwa kakra na prof ka se wu hia so be ko home school ho no ne etu awarefo fu na abusia bi de bi o ba nto kwa he
Peace FM.
me ti so mo ba ti so mo no fitin ya o ti o mo nka wo ase ho a no se abusua no na ba
no no mo ho ahomete
ho dedi na me ti si form na me frɛ okunu no ko he nchen na musa ze be me na kasa kyerɛ me me de me be ma kasa kyerɛ me de na ekoso o se ye yi de di adwuma na ontimi nka nkyerɛ ne yire ne ne mma efso onim kwan obefa so a o mbedidi abusua no omususa wawo enan kolanketenkete ni yayi na di adwuma nti osere no pa no adware ahya atade ate se do okọ adwuma no akotena blue kiosk
twitwabi
oni skakro be twitwa nti nkrofo ba oni oti hadi age 1 nti je 1 sa bedro na yono aburu se isra onkodi di wo fie ose kakra na wo fie no ontimi nkwaji mfiri o ma no ni nti anadwo desium na wa no abafie oba no hu no a ne ho bon ogogoro no a no ato ahye ne so na do zika pema na do zika no sa na de na won hwe ye de nti da bia na de wo fie na mse na won kan kire no o se me fere no nkola na ni ma na me ye machine nkola yi be ye den ene mini wo kura pa anka eye no ma hu se mini ho na mse da bi na mse twa wa ase a na me fro ba no ko nche na mse da ba ni da twato a uko okunu adwuma adwuma wo me ngwa den o de sika nyina na mse da bi nya botre da ba na ko onko ho na mse na sen uji di pa se okunu sika wo no o de sika nyina na mse to sei na ato no o se ampa mse ai sei na ato no na frɛ na busa na hwɛ na me gi okunu frɛ busuafo no ma no dendin di bebre no mo ta ba na chim na me do mienu pe ko hye dem papa ne kasa be hwɛ ni suo esu ni o mienu nyina a chese e ho no a o mo ka bo mu a o don hyehyɛ no asa ba fi se na o ba ne se o ka kyerɛ no a bodwo kakra ono nso odi no nko mbetimi apabusia kura de ahyɛ no
but bema no just ne mema sem no
atwa mema sem no na prof kae no so ye bema wo sere no pa na ne yire ne mma egu so ho ma na ne yema hyem ekoso ye sere mo a ha bi wo mafamu no osofo wo ho opanyi bi wo ho obi a obu no fere no bi wo ho obi wo kura sebe sansem ye de ba MPs ho the MPs ye de ba ni nyina ya ye ne so o mo be pesket ni afam wo mo na ye nya abotre ni ade age o se ye nya homobro bi na abotre bi ni abadaye bi na yetie obi ahwie ansana nkyeremu bi wo ho a odi ama no efso bi wo ho ana pen wo pe obi kura ma na tie de kwa
Yeah.
Obi no open na na tie ne kwa. Nti sansem no ekoso no. Kwame ewo ho. Mi enye ne se bia ye man mu nko ana. Sa na enye. Ne mum no ye mimi hu se ade a ye nyanye ntu mu set mi tu obi a onam ho a wo sha atade fefefe. Ya dwen na ekosi ne ho aye fi no ebodam ni no. Ena wo si yi firi ya dwen mu. Wa dwen mu kan se bibi hawo na ehye wo so a na nkyire se sebi wabodam na wanye ho adwuma obetimi abodam obetimi akoye bibi a eche dam kura obetimi adi wo ho awu ana obetimi adi ewu ewo abusuam nti ebasa panyi bi ne nkasa o mpese obekọ hospital kura panyi bi pa osofo pa okrom hene pa wempi pa onua panyi bi ne nkasa pa maami panyi bi otimo ntemo a odidwa ota didwa wo ne kiosk mu to ade wo ne kiosk mu ne nkasa obia wa botre wa badaye bia no obetimi ne wadi nkomo akwachi kwa me ndo anam de ba wie ho no
Bishop Adai Mensah. Also, Kwame, this is a good education from the professor in your studio. What I'd like to add, however, is that some of these cases have a spiritual dimension. Some are influenced by demonic spirits. Such can be prayed for. I have dealt with several cases. Bishop Adai Mensah. Now, Prof, as a bishop or Timitrimo, because some come be bisa say, Sanyama we be or what? A near GD say a spiritual.
Prof Kasai, my main can tiawa.
Yeah, GD say a spiritual. Obia we kunu ho, Obia also be kunipa or the tube is used to sell park cafe. Awari Munsam school we're superstitious people.
Thank you.
As Africans.
Yes.
Ye jisanya manidi.
Yes.
Inti say ye no kure. Say ye no kure. Say ye bibi ne se. Whatever it is, no, the spirituality of it. Obi wa obeti yesio ne na ye no. Ne maame na ye no. Afi brofu bi omoka on say a generational curse. Sanyo mani nyina no. Prof, mo ye mo adwuma no. Bibisa eba. Ya na so bekasa.
Ana me kase. Eno wo ho. Na ya me megidie ni se ade bia e wodin bia no. Etiase.
Okay.
Bayi ye bodi din o Bible mu. Nti bayi etiase.
Good.
Na emom no. Ye gidie se bibifo no. Ekron pa wo sa ne ma no. Na enne ne de ye hu ni se asori bi aba omdi ejina saade ne so abeye adwuma kese ede gigi sika eno so senkrofo adwe enti yetimi ka kirew ehye won kuran se fa obi hu wa hunya bi bra beto seed na se seed na chi no ankoyi a nipa no onfa bone ne nhye sofo no odi seed na ma no no odi hye nyame
Yeah.
enti eno so ya de bi a abaso na ehu pa dada ne de ye tinka na wo ho fititio na mi ma me ye bayifo na me na nana ye me nom ne adade na e ka ye gidi ye hihye ye ho pa kese pa ne mo enne no ye duru ye firi ekurase ye wu ye kuromu yi ye nyiri kuromu yi asori ahodo prof mo asori nom ne adade ye firi bibi mu ho ye orthodox omo de omo nhihye ye no ye da ho obi anim sebe okwa asori a osofo no ba e beto nwom miensa eto miensa ni wie beji collection wie be preach wie a ya das ye kofie ne ye wo mu nsusu a no nkwa na ehunu nyame no wo no wo som no obegina ho a wakasa be do hwere miensa asenai na o kire wo se wo yesi ya obenyasi na sebe odwiri ni sika na sa sika na kodi wo ho no wo mu sika ne firi wo ho ko na ya no mu ntanye ni pa wo bi omo shi omo ase no mma sa sika ne ko and that's all ati say dey wutu loto me mum be loto we dey wutu amanyame ati say dey wutu loto oni and that's all bia se be ban so onya gidie wa rechemu bi wo sa osofo no okasa kire wo no so ogi sofo no tum se nyame na asoma no sa sofo no anso akeka kan sem bia fa ho a sabio so okọ hwehwe kokuom no hu ye sɛ deɛ ni wagina tum kura nsɛm a ɔbɛka afa ho no na kyerɛ sɛ wagyina tom koraa nti wobɛhye wase koraa de akɔma no a sɛ bɛyɛ a bebree ne dodoɔ no bɛsan ba sɛdeɛ wɔhyɛ ɔbɔ no a wɔbɛyɛ ɛno na ɛmedɛ sɛ prof se nnɛ no ɛpie a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛdi ho nkɔbɔ nyɛ asɔre biara na ɛyɛ nyame nhyehyɛeɛ nyɛ asɔre biara na ɛyɛ nyame nhyehyɛeɛ bible no nso koraa ka sɛ adiyifoɔ abɔneɛfoɔ nso bɛsɔre apagya ɔmu false prophets nti yɛnto yɛbo sɛ sɛbe yɛho kyere yɛn a yɛbɛkɔ asɔre na awɔtwe yɛnkɔ adwuma yɛnkɔ baabiara ne yɛni da soɔ no sɛ yɛkɔ asɔre a ɛnɛ yɛkɔ all night adeɛ kyɛn yɛkɔ prayer meeting na adeɛ kyɛn yɛsan kɔtoa so ɛnɛ yɛkɔ asɔre a yɛnsa bɛka deɛ yɛhwehwɛ nyinaa
nyɛ possible
ɛnyɛ possible ɛwɔ sɛ duru bi a yɛyɛ adwuma ɛfisɛ awurade de hɔ ma onyansa ne ne abodwo ne sɛ wo nso wobɛtene wo nsa na wode asɔ asom anaase kan mu na wakɔ w'anim ɛno nti asɔre no a nansɛi no ɔmo ma wo nkuranhyɛ sɛ obi biara bɛyie deɛ ɛhia ne sɛ waba ɔsɔfo hɔ no wabɔ mpayɛ ma na wode ahonya bi abɛto seed anaa biribi saa no ɛntae nkɔ so wɔ orthodox churches ɛntae nkɔ so na mmom no waman churches no deɛ ɛyɛ ɔmo aduane ɔmo di ne daa nti ɛno no ɛhuma yɛn kakra ɛnyɛ kakra koraa ɛhuma yɛn pii
Mate.
Prof,
answer me about Prof. So no, an interesting day. Yesu, Vice President, me I was training kwano. Na and neso, Papa ba could be a friend KG or Sebonsu, and with the 89. Inti, Papa KG or Sebonsu. Oh man, Afrisha Panyamin Koso in Shira be brave.
Waka already saw date in the bread become. Minister of Transport in the Buzia regime.
But no, your information so.
Yes.
Or your information so. On a resign,
Okay.
Now on principle.
Hey.
Resign say my uncle. Remember Besinko. And I say I buying on another by you. And not more interfere in the press and you maybe not say my friend. There won't be video. And yeah, where you may win. I mean, I say him from you. And it's on record, though. Just say, I back was someone.
Wow.
I will move from my me, nyam where you were doing and paid. Yeah, said you, Mammy, you come answer.
Me resign. Na yam pia kwa. Na yam pia kwa. Sana kwa mpeko.
Me come answer.
I'm back at us. Oh, very sad.
From me, has psychological cancer. Come be kume.
Eti Papa KG or Sebonsu Afrisha Payabisha. And I knew Kuma Bako, Charles Techibwedu at 41 today.
Oh wow.
Congratulations, my brother. Kakaka also oba. Charles Techibwedu, happy birthday to you. Gasti Mani Brekum says, ask Prof if it's not also greed and lack of self-control these days that brings about all this unfortunate behavior. Why is it rampant today than before, though the causes are the same? Chairman General, your topic is interesting, but I would respectfully entreat you to tackle the rampant killing of ladies and ritual killings in Ghana. Kwejo Edupako Achimesium. Kwejo, I don't have all the knowledge and expertise, but I'll try and do other stuff as well. Kwame, greetings. Sometimes the problems in marriage stems from the fact that love was initially not present in the relationship. It was boyfriend, girlfriend, a child is born, parents force the guy to marry the girl. Now friction develops, cracks set in, anger and quarrels are everyday issues, no peace. Some guys out of frustration will do the worst. Alfie says that. Alfie, if you're known to be a giant, I mean, for me, that's my piece of advice, even though I'm not qualified to give you much advice. But Charlie, when it gets to a portion that you think you want to mean taki be my giant, instead of going out to harm one another, I don't know. We have to decode the wrong perception about visiting the psychologist and seek help. Kwame, in Ghana, anytime the psychological help is mentioned, we only think of those who have been kept at Pantang. It is paramount on us as a nation to uplift our preparedness in the fields of medical intelligence. Have a nice day. Amadou Al-Hassan, Czech Republic. Good morning, Amadou. Thank you very much for your contribution. Do you know that the people who also bet when the prediction fails, they commit suicide. Walanyo inakwetia.
We've seen betting. Betting is a big issue.
Betting is a big issue according to Professor Osafo. In the meantime, my studio has some over here. We could have box be more sharing with social media. No, Prof, what's the more than why you him?
Papa, and maybe Sasa. Me who send a brand in BBC. Come here, na we drink and I say. And I'm who say BBC. I'm say be waiting. I have a person.
A fragrance be just say a madam you him. Almost say a friend in diffuser.
Okay.
Read diffuser.
Hey.
A rabbi na day a brain.
Etimi COVID in Swana.
There be because it we COVID. But a madam you him.
Come up.
Now I'll say with various fragrances. And I say minim say various the flavors who say na. Interestingly, or the information can create maybe while you studio, maybe other rooms with you now.
That's smelly fine.
Abraham, I'll say a year then. Birch reed diffusers.
Hey,
reed diffuser, just a diffuser, no. And a diffuser them when near him. I'll say it comes in 5 fragrance: strawberry, cherry, tarin peach area day, snow melon, and garden mango. What you bloom strawberry, cherry blossom, tarin peach, snow melon, and garden mango. Birch reed diffusers. You see, it makes your space smell good. It adds depth to your space. And almost on my Instagram and Facebook, Birch Scents. BIRCHSCENTS. Okay. Wafa pay be a friend number with 0244837799. Intimate the number now to drop 0244837799. At least Erana ma aha ayuham. Na nana has what say garden mango. Hey, yes, so that we say George, you see, how can we appreciate it just by looking? Eh? Yes, Mama Sawa says, give me some of yours. I've given you the number. Call the number 837799 0244 837799. But I'm at them high him. I'm at them high him. Intino Birch Reed diffuser for Yadamasiano pay. Birch Reed. Now, you know, I had a Birch lead, but it's quite a nice box. We're tarin peach. Square, oh, come in.
Yes.
Energy, mini. We need tarin peach, you know. Okay. I'm at them higher him. Okay, tarin peach. Me fancy hey. Now, wait, now, where's your day? Read diffuse. Of a moment, then again. But you're true, you are more than home.
I watch it.
I don't say it. More than a garden mango now.
A birch. Garden mango.
I'm more than a garden mango. I see.
Was that why they ain't free uncle?
Everybody talk for your website.
I'm free uncle.
Everybody talk for your website, though. Prof, I just said, Prof, yes, let's get back to the business. Reverend Adai Mensa, Bishop Adai Mensa, yeah.
I mean, the can I was saying, I didn't go up. The can say, one a share relationship with that or some GDA spirituality and mental health and I genuinely think come up with the say faith, spirituality, religiosity a bit to me as share yadwene na yatenka ama na boa ma yabraba koso. On the other hand, if not engaged properly, it means so area mania the brain. And Omar can say religion has a double-edged effect. On one hand, no, the of our church, obi to me I share manchebi. now I declare a bishop, a prophet, said you. Now, or free bin Musa Momra, Mumbe so seed. So answer no oka, the bia is so seed, the bia. And your bias no, Bible nankasana ebia or a literalist interpretation of it. Or in shit any back Bible
a literalist interpretation.
Yes, I cry in young. The Bible was not written in the Ghanaian culture. Every obi culture mu and a free ba. And as I what tears here, brebe money a troy, then the senior troy
Circumstances.
Yeah, sorry, crass ye teach by, but then I Ghana hano. Ye needs a regulation to be sorry. No, so for. Come back and say, will you give yourself to a medical doctor? A fain with fee say, oh, no, me and tell you okay. I'm going to try to cut it and see what is
try to.
And now for an airplane. Udu on a captain of the wind say, well, come we welcome on board. I just finished my flight school yesterday.
We see for much.
I may pass mark was 50%, but I'll manage and take it to where you won't do it. So why do we want to hand over our souls and our spiritual life to Nkrofonswa in training? I've always asked that question.
But how would you know say in training?
Yes. And if you think of our kind, Makase, Oko baby, yen church the Bible, be careful. Because the teaching of the scripture, it empowers you. One a shepherd day, a man who say, you don't need a pastor to do it for you. The essence of going to the church, say a church Bible, say, you yourself will be schooled in knowing how to relate with God. Now Bishop Adai say a spiritual. I don't discount that at all. Okay. I've worked with some of those.
Okay.
The challenge of idea no nisa we ni say na obi ka say spiritual part na wa toto the aka ni nyina jeje mu. But kwame, there are levels of interpretations in human life.
Okay.
You want to be brave, see we Bible mu. Kwame me say what is love? Obet me aka say love is a feeling. But another level of interpretation is that love is a gift that God gives to humanity. Nipa brabono ahyehyehye no. And is oka say the enemy is spiritual power. Not just what shut down all other potential contributing factors. In my for the past 21 years that I've worked as a clinician, but who say sa we no hopa. Say obika say it say obi frame me or say no problem. Me say Brian mon commend bon come say o minua. Ya o kan yi ma ra me hiam pa mu odin o. Mpa mu odin pa ne bit me tu ase. Ehun say sa dwene ne. Na dwene no. But me hwe mu na me hunu say he had a very bad attitude. He had this a sense of entitlement. And the baby could be an uncle. But many no see me be in this who say, baby, you know the empire. What empire no account? Until I make say, don't throw away the prayer. Nipan say, Bompamia, what the bompine. Now, man, you know the other side of life as well. Say, when so come home, when so come home, when so come home, when so come home. Kwame obi a say Debiana obi jana so na be say ona no o the second jana so me ni na o hwe ni social life ni the way you relate with nkofo oni nkofo all the time is fighting. Now yes Kwame, I can tell you on authority say these images will show in your dreams. And that could be a member American down handsome. Oko naswa. Obahunu say there be an I want to no be wechi. And you na ye sunsumo etao. Ebi wo ha e wa usuban. You are fighting so many people. When him send any deeper related. You have an emotional intelligence and emotional literacy. When him kasa. When you be kasa giti. And I am pass ebi wo hono ma. Nipa no spiritual issue. The as of now I've worked with some pastors like that. Na obo mpaya ma nipa no. Na me so me die no. Na me di gu akwemu. Oh, I fine. Kwame ehemu bi eba this was just I think 2014. Na papa bi efe no Harold Quinning, or a U.S. clinical psychologist, one of the most authoritative man on the link between religion, spirituality, and mental health.
Religion, spirituality, and mental health.
Yes. Now, Quinning, and the every 2 years. Omo say, so far, white women in the United States are quite sorry. Omo very regular in church. Say you're quite sorry. They have 84% say they will not be suicidal. In other words,
it gives them hope.
Yes, because there are a few things religion has said. Yes, they can say. They say of our kind. No, say Ghana asamatoa now we be where send you this year from way back with you suba way back. And now about and ma ya no sote. We have seen the same thing about religion. Say okay, sorry, that sense of community is there. That sense of hope is there. Can you imagine? Say for the past 50 years or so, I asked International Association of Suicide Prevention, I work on suicide now. One of the key issues are maybe I can have some hope. Think about it. We are scientists.
In Cranshaw?
Yes. But we are all the time talking about hope. Why are we talking about hope? Because you say there's a strong link between and that's one in Cranshaw and adrenaline resilience. Adrenaline ashana hua etumi kutia oyendenia obremua ekrohia se. Enti no pa say ye be share hot say obi pese obese ne som ne boa no a eboa na mumu no imum bi ho imum no say won e Bible no won e kura asem na o kyerɛkyerɛ afoforo no. That's where there's an issue. Because only Kokrokoo Chrysler Institute.
Yeah.
So
yes, a quote.
It's one of the best theological institutes. Oh yes, they are so good. Now, so now Omufia say they are engaging you. They are engaging you. Say one Bible now okura what you say. Now me say so bia okura Bible now or chirasi and so he preach a piano. This one here, the friend is we no Rwanda. Say nipa no oko the Bible school. I mean, tell you.
So be answer no.
Also, maybe book ne kura no. Ye tro ne bribim. Obi ne tro ye. Seconds as me ne money buy. And what's what tiasie? One tiasia.
In fact, Kokrokoo Crystal I Kropon. Kropon, sorry, man, from me.
Eben PT's training college, you know.
Yeah, PTC. Reverend Dr. Kofi Entry, quick, watch him as one about or say a Kropon, I'm see you. That's it.
I don't pay no money.
I'm money.
Just say me 200.
And to come a religion. The account has said 85% of studies HSA religion inspires hope. 86% of studies HSA religion inspire optimism. Emma adwenipa ne yes, good thinking and good feeling. 68% of studies HSA say obey a Christonia ne chance obey wuntem come to you.
Yeah,
ne chance obey yare wuntem kura no lua. In fact, really? Some studies say the person who is religious can live 10 years extra than we are non-religious. But in Remuso say religion is often a robust processor of idiosyncrasy and violence. So, say obi not drink any violence. Until we here around the world, I'm going to say in some areas around the world, religion nama conflict ahodo.
Yeah.
Ekoso. Until senior of our canon. Me imagine mo. Wanga a con sorry beer, and Sunday beer and say ye decipher a head ye yo. Now, when young children will say also you have a responsibility over your own life, Biano, and your sign.
Mebao, say a Reverend Dr. Kofi Entry. Out to church, you must once answer me. Semiso Makutuna Sebako.
Also, they
say a clerk of the Gan West Presbytery. Into us of Penny.
Also, Penny Pa.
He's a clerk of the Gan West Presbytery. Reverend Dr. Kofi Entry, Mr. Menya Bako. But also for you, does thank you very much. At least I can come on home.
Enti no, baby a okwa da bia no, me ma 3 signs bi.
But you mean,
can say e better one. Just 3 signs bi in my studies you. O se obi kwa asoro baby. Na asoro no many people who say no personal responsibility over his life or her life. Na bibia ye sunsumi na diwechi, sunsumi na kwame, man is natural, but man also has a spiritual part.
Yeah.
Enti bibia wo ye no. Ona wo ni pe kon bia all the time. Kwame wa ware mu. Da bia no kunuko. Da bia no yere ko. Umbu parent. Umbu bia, how do you expect to live your life? Because human beings are social animals. And they will treat you the same way. I'm not surprised. Said Hachomaka say, Obi and Pewasem. Because one casano.
Wow, Suba and Suka home.
Penny back. And you who cry away and I will be the and you know correct. One Casan Casa Subana Wunemuno, Ubenya a just recompense. That's how the world is. Now I say, Okwa sorry, draw attention, say. Obrana Ubuno. That's one good sign. Yankane Sunday Biano is just about diabolical interventions. Baby Nayo, Ubine Somua. Be cautious. Number 2. So who comes sorry Bima? Nipa na or church adi or no. Or you're more than Jesus.
Peace
Because you're more than Jesus. Just say Bibia, everything is around him. No, can be I will say be everything is the center of it.
It's about the person.
It's about the person.
And yet the teaching of the gospel.
There be. And just say, oh no, na me, ade kakra bi na just say, oh so come here you in social psychological research say, some crofona ESA no, na omotaye cultic leaders. Into everything revolves around them.
Yeah.
Ebi no edip. Osa waka Jim Jones called in the US. Now I'm a poison.
Your mom poison your mom.
The best thing ha. When I we amba, come instead back be ayi Kumase. Obi se ope eba wo. Na so for na catch and say. Eya obiare anopa. The onfa voltic. Can you say voltic we
bottle.
Bottle kakaraka no 1.5 liters no. Na on mesone no hunsuo no. On say Ghana hot if you ma oko wash mohonoma na am the bucket see echi ho
Yeah.
na nsuna so enti ma me na no saa die year for more than 5 years.
How?
Opeden opese oba. Huh? What is wrong with us? What is wrong with us? Enti ocean is sick only say we obi this is religious abuse, spiritual abuse. And na ma me no so kwa onso anum saa. Now guys say binu guys say hot minimum Johnson. Kwanon guy. Every say oh Johnson na on ma. How on earth? So inti I know say money nko where the person is on no just say why the God, the Jesus are the place. Be careful. They chat and he say maybe I will be kubia say okwa sorry. Na wonya bre I say, "Won't me and can't wajine ewadi bi ho." There is fear. Yedi hu ewurawo. Anyway we are we beto. Anyway we are. He say ebi no atani am into curse machines. And we are honest man. Tumeno. Sometimes I ask. Yes, be sir. As you go preach baby. Oba ri enti omo na mbo afu Yesu. Omo say Yesu. Covenant ye na ka e be say free Jeffy soro na e be hye nyina. You don't know that the New Testament spirit is a reconstructive restoration spirit. And baby, I be yeah, domain crophobic brain, and I'm a domino. When so my domino, and also yes, I. You are to be built up. Bible say, built up, rooted and built up in inclusions. And yeah, I'm our sitting. Na wanyini wanimu na yesa o ko baby na obi aso mu adamad be was abdi hu ewuro mu. I mean, these are some of the signs. But the base is that GDA sunsumu nyini any osom say ohun yi akwame it builds resilience. When we say COVID mu ye hu difference between African religious settings and in non-religious or secular nations. And I'm in the because of Australia. I'm telling you, the epidemic there, mental health epidemic, no, come easy.
It's interesting, say, we drew mental health of the epidemic. Minya Bema, loving C. Kumasi, or say, ask Prof. Another problem is that most Ghanaians are too quick to judge people, and those who are not very grounded end up having mental issues or committing suicide. This COVID-19 era has made nonsense of some of the rudiments of economics. People and businesses are now revising their notes to recuperate. In times like these, impatient superiors, parents, husbands, wives can cause chaos at home and at the workplace.
And they're already doing it, Kwame. The evidence is telling
we want political talk.
Come here, see. COVID-19 is challenging certain values. And Kananoyana and the Makachi will be saying, Memubia and country will be saying, or some is a waste of time. No, it's not.
Because people can find refuge.
I'm telling you. So, as I'm speaking now, Kwame, Australia, some churches are putting way together to go and petition government, say, restrictions, they don't want it. Because people are finding respite there. The isolation is killing people. And the religion ne part a double edge, as I said. And we have to properly engage it and not use it as a tool of manipulation.
Obviously, himself say if you deny your partner sex in marriage, can it cause depression and suicide?
Oh, of course. I said, yeah, we are here, Kwame. I worry. What do you worry? And I would deny or partner saying, Kwame, and they are very indirect. The indirect is that say, one man acquaintance, no, for which or for which part now both see where communication issues come in. Why would you be married? Now, I should ask our punish or back or say, oh, mano, Mpemu, a good year. You're not helping matters. But the business of my man, church, I say, I will say, Nikulune Banaswa, the same Nikanika. Nikanika aso. Kiki on Yabotre. Yes, you say, Sabe, Marcus Yakuman, Yame, San you see born, no, one month say, baby, I was sorry, no attraction of Sa. Yes, I know. Timema no soon suya said ye see approach your bar. Said ye see a band say, me person by him feel.
As an opinion could you chair say, maybe you are on your back or door front says cycle. Opinion could you chair that? Opinion so. As I want to say, cycle. Just say. Or Sabio or Mahunya Cono Yerikra or for the says psychic. No, she should not wear piano or Sunny. Anyway,
but I did that's all.
Peace FM.
Make you share. Coaca time. And that's all.
Professor Jacob say, and time friend, the worker. Kowa to an extent means gossip.
Gossip. Robert, your cousin, my Ossia, the Ubokrata. Edikai. Dr. Father Dixie.
My boss.
Well, doctor.
It's Rinkwa.
Any that's what.
Amen.
Obi or how to our henna brabo, so Utimi Conco and Nimco Drew said, or for a bejuwa tomb. Near show say any more yamnoa. Miss Metin Chenya. Na shamin kwan nti any mo nyam kese ye ni daso eto so mienu construction awards om ye Oswald Investments Limited kwame abrantie pa odi esi le nusu se ono de oye adwuma frinchim no curve no bend na fi se mi hia no adwuma oye no adenta beso aso ni Ghana fa na nyina manage ne ho pa o you bia o hye nkran wo mom de akire ba no construction companies o etimi hwe ne so na omukoko wo manim kwame Ghana ni contractor overhead bia wo ye no
ta
esanka binim so overhead de nke kofre China fo overhead nya ba mu ani ekofre abrofo ana mononefo
train
one kasa overhead kasi bia oye no boundary road akofa ajenga no enya asem ketwa nti mahu se o mabona baso Ghana Chamber of Construction Industry eyankranhye
okay
maya ne meba ne mebunu o moti University of Ghana a friend saying, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Engineering, civil, mechanical. They can't win no. Sebi, yes, here, Mamma Maninka, and woman, Pijam, Namunche say, Ghana, so ye beat me, aye, amaya home, aye, Nkranshake Siepa. Aye, yet also means, Kwame women and Cranshan Kwana Bepon.
We are Miss Machon crime back.
Cranshan COVID time so. Ghana Kokrokoo kuyafuati me dua Kokrokoo ama yenya record crop 1.5 million tons e BC da. If you see here see do Kokrokoo Ghana ha Bruni di ba ye tetekwashi di ba ya Bruni ha see to ye Kokrokoo board ba ye nyina no afei na yetimi anya 1.4 million tons afei ba ko ye COVID time so nkranhye kese pa na afei police ura dampare kwan no de police for me kan no de obasibu a wo mutu no o shankrai papa de shankrai
onchele
o shankrai papa say se
dia na nyankrai she ni de onchele
replicate you
onchele
wo o do bako wo ya o do bako enti yamma na baso no nto aso saa na omo mka no hono mmoa no eye police command no omo nsompa no omo mmoa no na omo nsakira said ye nyina ye hu police for omo suban ne omo adwuma ne ade omo boa yen pa ya na yetimi ebo mu din eto omo ase asawram saa na nso fa wadwene cost senka police cost strike anka de ne bisi police cost strike anka de ne bisi na mencha de omunko strike so adwuma no ehia mpege mu na owura dampare o hye crime
yeka police asem no mi fitakra de banra memo Central East is police no new command Central East Police Command
yes
omo deputy commander IFR no ACP Ameni medana se enno abuduburam ho bebe na traffic no unse sa kwan ne de traffic na yiri pa eja na manfo yi fa ho ye fa telephone ye frɛ no any 10 minutes na MTTD4 car abepi area ho so no ma hihye adwuma no na fu bia e kosanten sa enti ACP ameni bia wa no pa bia ye chiao eda asene enra ya e koka kwan mu obuduburam kwan so ayi free baby free eba no ya da simoni adwuma ni Central East Command fo nyina no commander ni MTTD4 wo ho nyina yeda mase eno anya mu anka traffic na be yiri wo saa keep close kwan so ge nyanko na osi nkranhye me ma nkranhye baako ono akwa bia friend egbet fable me hwehwe na ni interview metra prof akonyo won person betrem adwuma bia petroleum commission for eye watakrade no
hobo no
Omoni Takrady Technical University omo bibi on friend AOGC
okay
accelerated oil and gas DND na weekend ye training 150 beneficiaries abai tuamom $6,000 per person omo kusua the technical side of the oil and gas industry.
Great.
Our Takrady Technical University.
Wow.
150 people for over the next 6 months. As PR, almost certification is the equivalent of City and Guilds London.
I see.
Takrady Technical University there our course you quietly. As Omuria, Omunya Juma the oil and gas industry, the breweries, VRE, Valco, Encranche Juma, me beni
Magas now kind of
Magas na me ma pacha
Vanda Magas
na me ne ti dem how
me Magas
it has been 2.5 years
Magas now kind of what
me ka bibia
Chief Vanda Magas
Juma Chief Vanda wo petroleum commission na o ka bibia o ya go come
na
o ya go come odi sa na odi omko Northern Alberta University of Canada.
Wow.
5 of them could train you. Say Ghana, you were world standard welders.
Wow.
5 of them at so much radie. and they are going to impart knowledge to these 150 people. Oka bibia chema gas.
Me did baba. If you said,
Sir, obeba them ha.
Oh, me did
Oh no, I dodge you afa.
Magas, oh, me did baba.
80 Friday chemo. 150 beneficiaries are going to undergo a 6-month course, and it is touching. Takrady Technical University for Petroleum Commission for Mo Ni Ejuma. I was very impressed. Now exam no 3,500 people in Troyo, and I'm choosing 150. So it tells you how very competitive the thing is. Nipa ba could be buying chairman $6,000 uncle Shani free.
Uncle Shani free.
Yep. Somebody come and on common the $13,000 plus dollars. But yet TTU are set up. I was impressed.
Sana was said, okay, bauxite for non soba.
Some member.
Ukuada. Mampenny Betiano. Where the Badis a crocacra. In Rose, Mamma, the crash some year. Yet it through a Juma Sem, I pay payem. And Nipa 150. Yeah, for 3,000 I apply. A bedroom baby no, na year and Casa Yuma a pija. She say bauxite, any alumina refinery. Ye ben waha. Yamia ya domoa. A beka crown, ye 2 bauxite no waha, ye be fit waha, anani waha. Eddi a home you manina ayed waha. Na bauxite, kwa munim. Ye dear dry yemene. Eh, alumina. Ye the fear dry yemene, echo can't ream shame.
Mobile phones, yeah.
Enya juma ketwa. Enya dia eye juma ketwa kura. Nti ye mompa ye na ye nhye ye ho kran. Se ebribi ba no. Emu hwam. Kwa me wonim se o ka se expertise ye yi. VR. Ye exporto engineers, great network electrical engineers ni ade ade. We are for na nyina they are excellent engineers. Nti bibi wo ha ye no Ghana ha a hyem kran se ye to ye bo na esua na ekwan ebeda ho a ebetimi ayebi kwa me dem di twato intravenous infusions
Elkofodua
womu ensaka $3.2 billion bosia amde be adwuma wo Ghana. You see, me who and me would be
3.2 billion million.
David million.
Me said that kind. I didn't say $3.2 billion. BILLION.
David
Jason. And yet MI a dollar.
Hey.
A dollar.
Come here,
Bishop.
Greenback.
You mean
Benjamin Franklin?
Benjamin Franklin.
$3.2 billion worth of Benjamin Franklin.
Bam.
On the COVID pain see. A juma my ye. If you take quite my first one, a pomodin, COVID by it's not pomodin, seven so. When you're much me a pija. Ukraine company back.
Money a juma.
Crack of Bobusia. $1 billion.
Doc, Prof, now can person me bisa back about memory na so. Mpacho fashion kutodwemu mama next time you share na nyame ya adomo a. Obi sending me message. Or say okay be about the baby suban. And sometimes while suban a create problem now. Inti or say itimi nya okasa kire. Or say nkofo bi wo ho a either say workmate. Yeah, or say friend ya Jude. Or say either your workmate, your husband, your wife, your friend, they see criticism as a personal attack. How do you resolve those issues as well? In Tibian no ho, or ye be enye. Oka officer wotano, and now one penasem. Prof, me do share the next time you
very important point.
What fair?
Share near mana air cosono. Yeah, ye mono de Europa.
Why no money de Euro?
Oswald Investments, Humphrey, and pay me chow, Boa Basso, Boa Juma. Now, before Ajuatu.
Obisi me bisa.
Boa Juma, ya Boa Basso, sa Fedia.
Come here, so
but still, a procreation to be good.
And Crawford, a show.
Yamiadum,
a Jew tomb say, oh, Boquine Bia. Also, Monso, a ditch.
Obisi me bisa said 3.5 billion. 3.2 billion. This one is not Benjamin Franklin. It is Franklin Templeton.
I'm not sure.
A Ghanaian company.
Oh, that's a minimum.
She can't back Ghana.
Madam for be a juma. Minim say me want the permission say me boni
How
din.
many be juma?
E ka me boni din pa.
We should have hope in this project.
It's beautiful to hear this,
Ghana
man.
We should have hope.
Now, a retired psychiatrist, Dr. Amwakon, or I'm a grand old man. He's over 80 years. I say, Chairman General, the basis or the cause of almost all cases of suicide is depression, caused by numerous negative environmental stimuli. Nobody takes his life when he is happy. By the way, suicide bombers are different. Oh, my big papa, Dr. Mwako, good morning and have a great day. When him Dr. Mwako? Dr. Mwako is a great grand old man. Prof, and then Odiaku Scooper. And of our interesting insights that you have shared this morning. But Prof, you know, me ma 1 minute abet you
Mami Shebu, Kwame, almost say any person buying your behavior. Behavior does not occur in a vacuum.
Okay.
When you you cannot be you live together with others. And as I say, be a say social skills.
Yeah.
Social skills, me say, when you're a certain munimudie, in Kitemudie munimudie, said you see Asamano, said you see you be Kasa, said you see you be Nanti, said you be Adam for. Come, if you don't have good social skills, send your brand again, you will fall into the problem. If you said, one of the things about social skills, me say, Obi a you won't time. Menkasa obu atan so so dem we you been ten you are constructively criticizing o many people who say e ha no we ni yie e ha de e tochima on say how fire ta is ad nepa na bi ho a enko yie no o na ban obeka so we no e ni say that's constructive criticism o yin ten o bu atan you gloss over even the person's strengths.
Okay.
And I say, oh, come here, and I say, Enesa. Obia onim Sadiano. Oh, you in Taya, and I say, Ubunate. I won't say anatomy. And they won't do attention, say, when anyway, no, there also a whole customer, there's a scale of doing that. And why do you start with the negatives? When we say Nippon are very sensitive to social evaluations. The man started with the negative, started with the positive. Oh, a Hanoi idea, a Hanoi idea, a Hanoi animal, a kaha. Secondly, will you be at time? Don't catastrophize. Me money who say I say be biase. Obi ho ka obi wan sama. Ya. So, we yes answer ni pa no so. E be na dwene say what dey bia na waka me ho asama enye. Me ensa any sense of entitlement. Obi wo ho no ma eye ne say bibia ene de. Obi ka me ho asam. Me no, I'm beyond. Everybody be say introspection bias. Come you say there are no blind spots in us. And you're not correct.
It's not possible.
You know blind spots. Maybe you have been a wow appointed to you say a hand and quinty, and also you too. The chat on say Obia only nothing can handle piano or poor social skills. If you say the many parallelity will not come, oftentimes no your emotions. What think can and they will submit a daddy. BBSC. Emotions are vehicles of behavioral expressions. And say, BBSC na Bekasa. Send your BCA Kasa fan. And I just say, oh no, what think can you are able to manage your emotions or otherwise. And say, one antisano, they will need a few things. But I can say, Opa, Oma Obia or your counselor. Counselors are very good in this. Or make me a boil. Sometimes we take them through behavioral modification. Na nipa na ten cancel that sensitivity also. Na abuano. To be kakra no I di no sre. Mo say o managing kakra. Otusa na moya e betumi abo asa nipa.
Empacho rebi de adina ideal. Ose ose nempra. Say ebem mpemu agura ekoyi pa emano.
Okay.
But nedwumenti oni adaje. It is causing me depression. Ask Prof if that is also constructive criticism.
I mean, it's communication. Only the income.
Metie fomu pa.
Only the income. Ebi eno wa catch na say midofo. We di anka wo ya ade wa. Na mo ya nya bere mame. Ame bro.
Ejube meja ama mo wachi.
Ya kama nyosem so ma menchia miku. Me nkai ye nyina se ye twire din bosumi.
Okay.
Ye nyina adofo MPP adofo nyina oto abama MPP uko MPP nhia mu be bia wo bia no ko polling station na ko twire udin efiri na akopem September ending. Ya besi ehu ya adofo nyina e wo ngomam said ye mra na kire no. Ti General Secretary Dana Difiada. Ya hyasie.
Prof, Osi ne other half no. He listens to Kokrokoo religiously.
Oh.
So as far as I'm concerned, I have communicated. But
Come some way of communication you know.
What do be family me so? What do be family me so?
Where you know?
What do be family me so? Reverend Dr. Entry say, Reverend Dr. Kofi just say, hey, the things you hear. Also for meeting some more. And then George from Rich says, your listeners are just like you. Oh my God.
Oh goodness.
Prof, yeah, that's it, no paying.
That's the
What fire?
FM.
Yeah, Michelle.
Amen.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes,
Yeah, better try to be the so peace 104.3. It shall be all right. Don't you cry. Don't you cry. Simply because. Yeah. We know we shall win. And so the next news broadcast is at 12 in about an hour from now. Kofi Kumbilson is next on your radio. Thank you very much for joining us by air, voice, text, and ice. If you like, for those of you watching, God willing, we'll be back tomorrow morning. May your day be blessed. Remember to keep your dreams and hopes alive. It's all you have. Remember to be of good cheer. It shall never be so dark. The sun shall rise again. And so when you stop to say a prayer, remember to say one for me too. God bless. Good morning.